So Azothan and I have just joined a custom game just to show this cinematic, basically. Turn the volume up because it's quiet on this.
We are pleased that you came.
How could I not? For some reason, I no longer hear the Lich King's voice in my head. My will is my own once again. You Dreadlords seem to know why.
We've discovered that the Lich King is losing his power. As it wanes, so too does his ability to command undead such as you.
And what of King Arthas? What about his powers?
Though his Runeblade Frostmourne carries powerful enchantments, Arthas's own powers will fade in time. It is inevitable.
You seek to overthrow him, and you want my help to do it.
The Legion may be defeated, but we are the Nathrazim. We'll not let some upstart human get the best of us. Arthas must fall. The Lich Kel'Thuzad is far too loyal to betray his master. But you, on the other hand...
Hate him. I have my own reasons for seeking vengeance. Arthas murdered my people and turned me into this monstrosity. I may take part in your bloody coup, but I will do so in my own way.
I, for one, do not trust her. Her heart is still elven. She will never side with us. Don't be too hasty. She has great spirit, but her hatred for Arthas will ultimately serve our cause. Agreed. Well, if that's settled, let the festivities commence.
So the seizures have been getting worse?
Yes. Keep my powers
I always like Dr. Kel'Thuzad here in the beginning. He really cares about Arthas.
Yeah, he's so concerned, isn't he?
reach Northrend soon.
Oh, sweetheart.
Be lost.
Fear not.
He's really just a big softie.
Everything is being prepared for your departure.
He wants to hug, but he's nothing but pointy things.
There's been a change of plans, King Arthas. You're not going anywhere.
Assassins! It's a trap!
You should never have returned, human. Weakened as you are, we have assumed control over the majority of your warriors. It seems your reign was short-lived.
There are too many of them, my king. Flee! Escape from the city. I'll find my own way out and meet
Scummy.
you in the wilderness.
All right, Lich.
Good luck.
Whoa. Alright, what have we got? Have you got anything? I guess you're
I have
Kel'Thuzad.
nothing.
No?
I think I get stuff as soon as you break out.
What if I never break out?
Well, you know what? You could just stay in there and say, you know what? I'm the prettiest princess. I'm king, and no one can get inside and tell me otherwise.
That might be what I end up doing. Nah, I'm gonna break this door
What do
down.
you guys? What do you guys think, chat? Is Whitney the prettiest princess?
Look at you, Falric. It's all happening
Yay.
again.
Very good.
I call dibs on casters.
And find any others still loyal to me.
Okay, so you got what? I'll have the ghoul then and that.
Okay, my spells on this guy are Raise Dead, 1 skeleton, 1 mage from a corpse, Finger of Death, and Dark Ritual. That's pretty easy.
Speak, fool.
Holy crap. That being said.
I guess we just take the scroll of protection. Oh no, I thought it automatically activated it. I got an ice shard on Arthas, so I guess it did remember the items. Because I don't think I would have an ice shard otherwise. I don't know whether to just hold on to it though. It might be more useful on a later level. To get like a really good start or something.
I feel like it's asking us to break these stone pedestals, right? There's gotta be. Yeah, okay.
Speak, fool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
This is more like it.
Seeing as Arthas seems to be a DPS boy, we can give him the agility.
This is more like it. Frostmourne hunger.
Oh, that's a trap. Dark Souls has trained me well.
Speak, fool. Finally. Tread lightly. What is it? restless dead await lightly.
So is this Stratham or am I getting confused?
I want to say this is Capital City, but if anyone in chat knows differently, please let us know.
It just says Arthas must make a quick retreat from the city.
I
I'm not
only
sure.
say that because we were looking at a throne and he was walking in like, this is where I'm going to hang out, and they surprised him. And this is again one of those maps where every single inch of it's explorable. All kinds of special little stuff to find.
Tread lightly. What is it now? Speak.
See, I quite like that. I've got this Staff of Reanimation. And it's able to resurrect, like Arthas' Animate Dead, but it's just a single unit. So if they
That's
changed
really useful.
Animate Deads, you'd have to get rid of something like Death Pact. I don't think anyone uses Death Pact. You're just going to rework the Death Knight. I think it's a bit late now, considering how old Warcraft 3 is, but I would get rid of Death Pact, and I would replace Death Pact with Staff of Reanimation as an actual ability to resurrect like a single unit on a cooldown, and I'll just give him an entirely new ultimate, but I don't know what that ultimate would be.
Have you ever played any altered or like custom melee maps that do that sort of things with heroes? Play around with their base abilities or add more races?
I almost definitely have, but I can't think of like a specific example, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know there was this one out there for StarCraft, which it boggled my mind it didn't get more popular. It was called Heptacraft, and it had 8 races, and they like really, they kind of gave every single race just a little bit more uniqueness. I was shocked to find though that it just didn't have very much of a community. And please chat, tell me if I'm wrong, but why does it seem like the Warcraft 3 community is way more passionate than the StarCraft 2 custom map community? Have you noticed that at all?
Wow, I feel like I can answer it, but I don't have much knowledge because I really haven't researched StarCraft 2 customs and stuff like that. But it just didn't feel the same. I'm sure some people will say that. That's my simple answer. StarCraft 2 customs did not feel the same. I wanted to get into them. I was like, "Oh, StarCraft 2 is the new thing." I was playing it like competitively, you know, Masters League and stuff like that. It's playing custom games with mates, and it's better. It's like better graphically and stuff like that. And they had some detailed like maps, like were very specific with their themes and their niches, and they were well made, but it didn't feel the same. So I don't know. That's just me being old or not.
No, I completely agree with you. And I really got into a few maps like Desert Strike, and there was one where you were a bunch of Marines holding off Zerglings and you leveled up. But and here's the thing, when they tried to remake Legion TD is when I realized what my problem with StarCraft 2 was. They tried to make Legion TD, and I realized that StarCraft has almost zero melee attack animations, and as far as actual models go, there's not that many. StarCraft is Warcraft is pumped full of zombies and orcs and gnolls and every race under the sun, and a lot of them use melee attacks and have very different animations for their shots. There's only so many ways you can make it look like a space guy's shooting a gun until you get bored with looking at it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's Heroes of the Storm is the closest you've got basically to what the StarCraft 2 engine can do in terms of different models, like that castle theme with like fairy tale princesses and knights with roses on their shoulders. Like that looks pretty good, but it just never had that really with the proper StarCraft engine. It's been separated into essentially a separate game.
I backed up, sorry, just a little bit because we got flanked here by
Yeah,
some demon
no, that's
insurgents.
right. Oh, I was going to say, I was going to say something at the start, but then I forgot what it was. So that's why I was like, oh, I wasn't sure. I don't know if you played Heroes of the Storm or anything like that, but you know Kel Facade, the voice actor in this, actually came back in Heroes of the Storm to reprise that character again, because they introduced Kel Facade a while ago. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. Like, I don't think that many original voice actors ever get to do their work again. But Kel Facade...
No, that's a little bit funny. Did you ever hear the story about the voice actor who did Zeratul for the original StarCraft campaign?
I don't think so.
It was actually the guy who did Arcturus Mence, and they called him back, and they said, we would like you to come back and do this voice of Arcturus Mence for us. And I don't know how he got into his head that he had actually done Zeratul. So he was listening to the voice going, well, that's quite good. Why don't they invite me back to do that one? And he was getting like upset about it until they told him, no, you did a different person. And it just made me realize how much of a job it could be for a voice actor. Like, we have this beloved character, and we're like, oh, your voice means everything to me, and he just doesn't really care, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right about that. It's a lot of those actors, because they are basically actors, they just have to find out well and truly after they got the role. They don't even know most of the time what they're actually, you know, voice acting for, which makes it difficult to act in a way if you're not very familiar with what the character's supposed to be like or anything like that.
I wonder how many times people go in and just... they haven't even seen a picture of the character that they're working with. That has to be rare, but it
Is
would
this
be
a game with the guns that you point at things?
Wow, yes, that was extremely descriptive. Good job, random old man.
Yeah, it's a shame. You want to believe, like I think, like you sort of inferred a bit earlier that, like, you know, they're as invested as we are, but it's just not really the case.
And that's okay. You know, I mean, they do a lot of voices. I can't expect Steve Blum to remember or care about every voice he's ever done.
What's Kaczynski? What's his name? Rob Kaczynski. He was he's a World of Warcraft player, and he was in the film for World of Warcraft. Yeah, World of Warcraft, the film. I can't remember what they called it. I just called it Warcraft, didn't they? Yeah. So he was like someone that's genuinely passionate, and he was like totally geeking out about everything.
Is that the actor who played Lothar?
No, that's I can't remember his name now off the top of my head. But no, it's the guy that played Thrall's, not Thrall's, Durotar's buddy. What's his fucking name? The dude with the hammer.
Orgrim.
That's the one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
he was like doing these Twitter pictures and stuff like that of him in like the throne room and the armory room with all the sort of Warcraft stuff. He's going mental over it. But I can imagine like a whole bunch of other people just be like, oh, I guess it looks nice.
At last.
Words. Oh, nope, I almost tagged our allies.
Goes.
Go!
I'll take some more.
What is it now? Frostborn hungers.
I had something along that line. Oh, yeah, I think I mentioned this earlier, but if chat can help me with this, I want to say it's the name of the actor is Zagat. The voice actor is something Zagat, like Chris Zagat.
What,
And he's done Piccolo and Colonel Armstrong from Fullmetal Alchemist. I believe he also does the voice. Oh, Jesus. This guy is fucking not joking right now. I'm not microing the way I should
Got
be.
6 armor, that infernal.
Oh, no! Hold on.
Sorry.
I fucked up. Yes, my hero. Thank you.
I was gonna say I should be able to coil you. If not, you're dead.
Ooh. Daddy, no. Cripple that mofo.
At last.
Yeah, so he did that, and then he's also in the No Hero Academia as All Might. And he just has the deepest, most amazing voice. Every character he's ever voiced has become a part of my childhood lexicon.
Will you serve me?
Childhood lexicon, did you say?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, for example, I could probably recite to you every single episode of the original Dragon Ball series, or Dragon Ball Z. Child me could probably walk you through all of Samurai Jack. You know what I mean? Just those things that you kind of got sucked into as a kid that stuck with you.
I never saw Samurai Jack. I heard it's actually really good. It's like well worth watching. Even as an adult, there's probably a bunch of jokes that you get.
Actually, that's way more true. That was a very adult show. Sweet. Unless you think that you can control these meat wagons like ridiculously better, I'll take them off your hands. You seem to be getting a lot of melee.
All right.
Cool. I can handle this, laddie.
So
Let's get
we've
our
not got
fellas
much
of Rune
else
Lesser
left up
healing and
here.
get the hell out of here.
What's people saying? What the fuck? And someone said, "I like." Hang on a second. I'll scroll up for that. Yeah, there you go. Your Arthas says remembers Durotan but forgets Doomhammer. I didn't even remember Durotan. I said Durotar.
What is it now?
Didn't even get Durotan's name right.
Named him after the land.
That's it. That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Be called. What was? Yeah, like if America was called Azothan.
Hey, don't give me ideas.
You'd have to have a pretty big impact, that's for sure, wouldn't you? to get that kind of privilege.
Azoland? Yes.
Azolan. Oh no.
Azotar?
I don't actually know the story as to why America is called America.
At last.
I don't know if you know.
I believe it was Amerigo Vespucci.
Lich King.
Oh,
Speak, fool.
all right.
He was an Italian explorer, and he may have been technically the first person to map it or something like that. Chat will help me out. But yeah, that was one of those things when I went, oh wait, you're telling me George Washington didn't invent America?
Oh no.
Oh, good try.
Sorry.
Sorry, bud.
Tread lightly.
Should have been quicker on that one.
The good news is I still have an unlimited number of skeletons to send you.
Frostborn hunger.
It's a giant skeleton, that one.
What is it?
Duratan, Yusuf, thank you.
I guess I'll heal the giant skeleton.
So,
I'm not
Jay
doing too
the
much else.
American said something. He said the voice actors have a real life connection to what they do because of the amount of time they spend doing it. It's just that they do so much. That it would be like saying, hey, do you remember that custom map? And I'd have to be like, which one?
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Tread lightly.
Yeah, you don't know how many times they've had to do the line.
What is it now?
Line! I can't even talk anymore.
No one orders me.
Oh, that's... Oh, you son of a bitch! You try to sneak up on my meat wagons.
No one.
Well, these are dragging too much wheat for you to handle.
This is more like it. What is it now?
So, I believe that there's a
Speak, fool.
some way for us to get up there and push both those buttons on the sides. I may be wrong.
I think you might be right in this one circumstance.
What is it?
In this one exclusive, rare, unique situation.
What is it?
You're not wrong.
No one orders me.
Orb of Venom. That could be good for you.
Orb
If you've
of
got a
Venom.
spare spot.
What do you think?
It's good for you if you got it. I know it'll allow me to hit air, but I don't know. It's easier for a ranged hero to
What is it now?
hit their mark.
No one orders me.
It's easier for them to target. Okay, let's pull these guys.
That's a trap. Alright.
Speak, fool. No one orders me. Tread lightly. Fine.
Just let me know if you need a heal, because sometimes for some reason I seem to blank on that.
Speak.
Oh, you're all good. I'll keep you in the know.
No one orders me.
Have I ever considered making any witty merchandise?
Hey,
It's been
Try
mentioned
Brent.
multiple
I don't think I've
times.
seen you in chat before. Well,
I have not got round to doing it
Do you
though.
also have a Falrix, or I guess Arthas's satchel right under your hero?
Oh yes, that's right.
Okay. So
got some
that's
fat
giving us a
loot in there.
couple items, I guess.
I'm gonna pass.
Oh crap!
Put that down there.
Frostborn hunger.
So hang on a second.
No one.
Yeah, I can't save that.
We got some people coming from behind us. But my
Do you? I can't see your inventory. Can you see my inventory?
No, I cannot see yours. I was going to mention that earlier,
Yeah.
but I'm glad that we're both having that problem.
What is it?
Yeah, that's strange. Because this is the Frozen Throne, and that was introduced. Nah, yes. Because in Reign of...
Last.
No, hang on a second.
Frostborn.
Nah, that's why. I'm starting to get confused
What
now.
happened?
I'm starting to genuinely get confused. If time goes by long enough, you start to sort of like remember things differently. I'm pretty sure Reign of Chaos, you couldn't see the items on your enemy.
I think
And
you're
in
probably
Frozen
right.
Throne, it was introduced. And people were like, no, that's crazy. You can't have that. You can't have people able to see your items. It's basically cheating.
This is
But
Well,
we
because
ended up
that was
getting used to
that
it.
was part of the meta, wasn't it? Was getting items and your enemy not really knowing what build, quote unquote, you were doing on your hero.
I'll tell you what the
Because
meta
there are-
was. The
Yeah.
meta was Demon Hunter,
lightly.
Fast Creep, level 6, and have 5 healing potions in your inventory with a town portal.
Out of
Because
curiosity, I'd be willing to go back and re-explore a little
well,
bit
it
of
looks
what
like
we
we're going
missed if
towards the
you're
end
down.
game part. Yeah, no, that's cool. We'll do that after they killed these 2 towers. Yeah, because healing potions back then had no cooldown. So you could just chug them one after the other, after the other, after the other. And they'd heal for like 250 or whatever it was.
At last.
You said you had the ability to res corpses, or no?
Although, kind of. Staff of Animation. Why? Got one
I think
in
I'm gonna
mind?
turn all these sheeps into dead things. Now that I'm realizing.
No one.
Yeah.
It will
Kill
take
these sheeps
precedence
and
on
their
like an
corpses.
abomination or something like that. Unless I wait long enough.
What is it?
Doesn't last long enough though. And what can you really do with a sheep, I don't know.
Well, apparently you can turn it into 2 full corpses. I didn't know sheeps had that many bones in their body, but you know what? I'm not a sheepologist.
No one
Oh crap.
Frostborn hungers. Big piles of corpses will serve us well.
I guess I'll have to be
Reanimate
careful.
the bodies and bolster
Cages.
our forces as
Cages. There we go.
tread lightly.
Looks clear.
What is it now?
So what, we head back now, shall we? I don't think
Yeah.
there's much else
Just
here.
explore this area as a whole. I mean, oh wait, get corpse. I'm gonna hang back here for just a second and let my meat wagons fill up on corpses they're already full on. Never mind. Coming.
No one ordered around.
Let's take some bets in the chat, guys. How many people think I will lose these meat wagons before the end of the game by accidentally forgetting to keep them with the army and them getting flanked? Current bet is
I'll let that dragon.
$10. $10? Do I see 11?
Frostborn hungers. Finally.
See, and I was about to complain about the fact that, oh, Witty's hero's level 8 and my hero's level 4, but then I remembered that this entire campaign is you leveling in reverse until episode 10, like the last level.
This is more
Yeah, Arthas has a tough time.
He does.
lightly.
He has a rough go of it.
To be fair, he's been pretty rough on everyone else he's gone with.
Didn't you just ask me that undead imbalance?
I'm kind of
And I thought I
addicted to
answered.
other people.
Kind of. Undead merchant asking if I'm planning on making any
Did you
merch.
play through Warcraft all the way to Arthas the Lich King's death?
What? Oh, World of Warcraft, did you say? Or
Yeah, sorry, World of Warcraft.
yeah, I wasn't in a raid though that did it. I guess I did it maybe in like one of those public raids because that's when they became available, the Wrath of the Lich King. So you could just group up with a bunch of randos that can shout at you as you painfully
really
make
like
your
how you
way
put
through
that.
raids.
The puppet raids. You can call it looking for raid, or you can call it puppet raids. I like yours better.
Tread lightly.
Yeah, I don't know if I actually ever officially killed him though, even in solo, because sometimes went back and soloed stuff.
There's gonna be.
I didn't answer, says Undead Imbalance. Well, basically with merchandise, I haven't looked into it or anything like that. I know people have shown interest, but I would have to have a lot of interest, I guess, before I would invest in creating t-shirts or whatever it is, or working out
Behind
how
us,
that's
my
all
meat
done.
wagons might get hit by. I got them. You're good.
They're fine. They're good. Apart from that one.
All good.
He's asking to get killed when my abomination disappears.
Do you mind if I eat that abomination for health?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Thanks. That for mana. God, that was a lot of mana.
He
Thank
doesn't
you.
get a say in it though.
At last.
Well, this isn't an everyday thing, so don't get used to it.
Speakers.
Ooh. Ice Revenant.
This is more like it.
I remember this. Okay, Wait, are you ready for some old school Warcraft 3 shenaniganry?
Do it.
Look at this. Why? Why would Blizzard make this a secret path?
Well, the clue is clearly there with the burning fire thing.
That,
It's
okay, you know what?
obvious.
Fair point. Oh, Rod of Necromancy. All yours, buddy. I'm full up on items right now if you want to take it.
I see you ninja'd everything.
I have been looting a few things.
Oh, it's a legendary item,
Legendary! Yes!
and it's mine.
Hell yeah! See, that's why you explore in turn row maps, because they give you legendaries. What does it do for you?
Increases the hero's hit point regeneration by 2 hit points per second and mana regeneration by 50%. Would that be better on you?
Hell yeah. Oh, I don't know. You're death coiling. Don't forget, you are our healer, and I have Dark Ritual, so mana's not an issue.
Alright.
Finally.
I
Legend.
appreciate thinking.
Oh, there's another item there, potentially.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot I have to break the trees in the back to get it.
I see if you want it, or if I want it. I suppose I got one inventory spot. I got the satchel that's got a gauntlet of Ogre Strength in it. It's only got 2 item spots. Oh,
Little
yeah.
circlet of nobility is all yours. Let's pump you up, make you a beast on the front line.
Tread lightly.
It's the mini Crown of Kings is what it is. It's baby's Crown of Kings.
Actually, you're right. I never visually thought of it that way, but god damn it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Blade Master typically, and you can still do it until the patch comes out, but you would also, if you couldn't get many claws of attack, you just keep buying Circlet of Nobility to get a really good head start. Like early on in the game, Blade Master, even at level 1, can still solo some very powerful creeps. Just because if he's got 2 or 3 circlets and the claws of attack, you know.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do at that point? I was very impressed by the Blade Master because his only real weakness in the beginning game, as far as I could tell, was the fact that he didn't have enough mana to continue his fights. It just felt like he was out of the fight consistently because of mana issues.
You have to pop back every now and then to take a clarity potion and make that part of your ritual. Otherwise, yeah, his mana regeneration, not the best.
See, clarity potions, that was something that you opened my eyes up to when I saw you using them consistently, and I thought, oh wow, there's actually a lot of time I'm not using my hero that this could totally be useful, and they're so cheap, and
yes,
I don't know.
As long as you don't get hit, they're well worth it. Even at low levels, but especially at high levels, because obviously we had this discussion before about how powerful spells are really in Warcraft 3. So if you're funneling more mana for basically game-winning spells, I love it on the Archmage. He's already got Brilliance Aura, but, you know, can't hurt to have a bit more mana. More water elementals, you know, good times.
Yeah, those water elementals are pretty phenomenal.
I'm looking forward to the patch, actually, because it's going to make a lot more heroes fireable, which will be much more fun for 4 versus 4 RT instead of having to use... I mean, I already do play some stupid stuff, but like they're all being bumped up in movement speed, the slowest ones. So it just makes them a little bit less, you know, clunky. And there's a bunch of spells that are really good improvements. Like the Goblin Tinker cluster rockets can now hit air, which is massive.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I guess it kind of makes sense, but
being able to hit air with that is going to be fantastic. Goblin Tinker's already awesome, and he's just going to be even better now. I think he got a buff to something else, but I can't remember what that one was. But Panda moves faster. The Fire Lord has a buff to his Incinerate, which now does more damage upon explosion, and also has the amazing ability of Soul Burn, which can silence and do a hell of a lot of damage over time, actually. It's pretty impressive. So that's getting a buff. So Fire Lord becomes more fireable. He also gets movement speed increase, I think. No, actually, no, I don't think he does, because I think he actually already moves fast. The Fire Lord. I'm pretty sure he actually already moves fast.
Really big, like he had a much wider hitbox than other heroes. Have they had any addressed that anyway?
What's that one?
The fact that it, maybe I'm wrong, but the Pit Lord seemed to me to have a bigger hitbox.
But it looks that way, but I'm pretty sure if you go into the World Editor, technically the heroes all have a collision size of 32 or something like that. So theoretically they should all have the same hitbox. It just feels like it's... I might be wrong there. I might be wrong.
No, I think you're probably right, but it's
like
just one of those
technically
things
it feels
where
like
your brain sees it.
He definitely feels like he gets in the way a lot more.
Yeah. Which, again, that's a thing that you'll see a lot of times on custom maps, is if you have this super powerful hero, and a lot of time it's demonic units, so for most of the time I'm seeing Pit Lords and Eridar units like this. They'll give them massive hitboxes, lower their movement speed, so just to kind of make it a little bit more fair. And I thought that that would be neat as a hero idea. The idea of a hero that is slower, but that is just a scary beast, fits the Pit Lord pretty well. But I guess they couldn't balance that.
I wouldn't like that too much myself.
No.
Because Ember made a melee map, and what he decided to do with this melee map is make the Mountain King move at 150 movement speed. It's one of the most horrible experiences of my life. Because I went Mountain King first. Because he's an arsehole. He was trying to make it more themed accurately. Like it's a small young, not young dwarf, but it's a small sort of like stodgy dwarf. So I think I might have to pull back here. This looks crazy. Yeah, he's a small dwarf. He shouldn't realistically be able to move quickly, so why not set him to 150 movement speed?
Because then Witty loses his mind.
Yes. Cripple on this poor abomination, and sleep is a good time. Oh, that's nice.
Whoa, that was weird. I started to cast my resurrection ability, and then I backed up at the last second, and it got rid of the corpse, but didn't summon the units. Oh, that's unusual. I may need a death coil here in just a second on my hero.
I've got like one death coil left. You get it.
Okay. Not a biggie.
Hopefully the legendary item pays off.
Wow, your health is regenerating at a crazy level, so you may be our best tank. Here's the hope. Also, all these corpses should let me summon basically an army. Get back in. Alright, let's go.
If I use okay, I can use cannibalize now. I was going to say, if I use... Where's he going to use cannibal? Ah, must have been moved. Right, never mind. I'll just give him a coil. Get in there. They're talking about PTR changes to spells, right? Not my fault that Witty is like 547. What are you talking about? Arguing in the chat there. I can't see it. Something about the Dreadlord. Yeah. He got a good buff. I think Blizzard want Dreadlord to be played a lot more. Because he's got fuck tons of buffs. Like, by far the most buffs. It's kind of shocking, really. Because I don't even think he's a bad hero. It's just the Death Knight's too good. So you never see the Dreadlord because of that.
What do you do with movement speed bonus, army heal, and like your own heal? It's really powerful.
Very. It's
heads up, if you end up using Falrock, his level 3 burning archers, you have to activate the Searing Arrows ability on them, but your summoned archers do have a Searing Arrows.
Right.
Alright.
Get that extra ounce of information and edge. It's good though. How long did it take before you worked that one out?
Oh, I was doing it earlier, I just realized that at some point, no doubt, because there are two different heroes, we'll be switching them up at some point, and I wanted to check.
Alright.
I know it's something you'd find on your own, don't worry.
It would take me ages.
Just for the kiddies. I don't see much reason now that we have the legendary item to explore everything.
But your OCD is compelling you.
If I don't, you know, maybe my parents will die. Like if I don't wash my hands 5 times, maybe my sister falls in the... I don't know. Let's just be careful.
Get that rune of feeling.
Sorry, Ty Harant is saying, play Ultimate Battle, it's a good custom game. Wait, have you tried Ultimate Battle?
Yes, that's the one with different races. It's not really a custom game, it's altered melee.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna listen to that guy. I'm gonna take him up on that. Okay. There's like one area I do kind of want to explore down here.
No, there's nothing there. Just because there's a black space there doesn't mean there's anything there at all. We should go up.
Bet?
I've changed my mind, we're going up.
Yay!
I mean, all these creatures here, they can't possibly be guarding anything.
On this map, it was a little bit of a different story on that front because they did just sort of, they said you can go left or right every time. And a little bit of this became superfluous at the end.
I really would like Cloak of Flames. That'd be a good item for Arthas in this situation. Seeing as he's so tanky and able to keep up front with the health regeneration.
I was going to ask, are you thinking about what would be good or what would be just really brokenly powerful?
It wouldn't be brokenly powerful. It'd just be kind of really handy in these situations where we're getting mobbed. So just a nice Cloak of Flames because he can sit there. It feels like a legit strategy. Get a Demon Hunter, a bunch of Ring of Regenerations, and go Immolation build. So you can just sit in the fight for ages.
Have you ever actually tried that out?
I don't think so.
What? All the videos you've done and never a Demon Hunter immo
I've done something based on Immolation, but I can't remember. I know what the thumbnail looks like. I don't remember the strategy so much, but I remember what the thumbnail looks like.
That is kind of funny. You must have cared much more for that thumbnail for the experience than the experience itself.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He's got both of his blades up. He's kind of doing this ninja pose, and he's on fire.
Maybe I've seen that. I might remember that thumbnail.
It's probably called Ring of Fire or something. I think.
Which map? Do you remember which map you were playing on? 'Cause
I think it was Dragon Falls, but I'm not 100% sure.
not what I'm thinking of then. I was thinking of that human map that has the healing well right in the middle with all the mercenaries around it.
Trying to remember that.
It's like a cityscape. It's on the
Oh,
outskirts.
Market Square.
Yes, Market Square. There we go.
That's the one. That's always a good time, that one. Because there's just so many powerful items on it. It's awesome. Ooh,
I'm not saying that I'm right, but I think I mostly see people go Blade Master on that map because of
Good
the
reason.
amount of creeps and items.
Yeah, one of my most successful games, Claws of Frost, where I got the Blade Master, basically Orb of Frost, and as many of the powerful Claws of Attack plus 15 that I could get, and he was just... There's a reason he's getting nerfed. If he ever gets to that stage, it's just ridiculous.
Alright, we have one last decision to make. Do we leave or do we open up the last little black map left?
We go.
Alright, here it goes, guys. You know, what do you like that? I like that this is the end and you're like, we don't have to rush. The end is coming one way or the other.
That's what happens when you're undead. You just bring the death.
That was darker than I was going for, but okay, Edgar Allan Poe, let's do this.
Tread lightly. What is it now?
So how many of those burning archers and giant skeleton warriors can you have, or is it like one of each at a time?
It's one of each. So one giant skeleton and one burning archer. That's level 3 fully maxed for 50 gold. Or 50 mana.
Someone's wondering about that, but I don't see how you get up there.
Weirdly enough, I think we press this button, it'll raise
that's
that
right.
up, and then we can
Oh, it
walk
comes back to
across.
that. So, yeah, we...
What is it now? You there. Will you not stand by your king?
Ooh, Mana Stone.
I'm Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus.
Buy a Mana Stone. More mana, more times, more coils. It's the good stuff. Bought a Mana
Gold
Stone.
coins and a pendant of energy. You know what? I'll take it.
That's nifty.
Alright. Let's head out. Let's go home, Arthas. Let's get you to safety.
Speak, fool. Our brethren need assistance.
I'm gonna give my chat and your chat a quick peek real quick, just in case anyone's being nice and complimentary to us.
I'm just wondering where these undead are coming from. Pretty much killed everything here imaginable, but there you go.
I didn't even realize how much of this was still... Whatever. But there's too much of this map, Witty. That's the problem. I didn't come to play WoW.
I can get there quite quickly though.
Okay, well, you have a movement speed buff. You go for it. We'll see if I can get to the end.
What is it now?
Oh,
Good morning.
shade there.
Hi there, Illuminati. Thank you for
We got
joining
Gate
us.
here as well.
Illuminati is the crazy person who donated $200 in one day. I don't know what they're trying to do, but I suspect it has something to do with my pants. Hey, did you do that?
Frostborn hungers.
That was me.
At last.
That wasn't you?
I think that was me.
Oh, okay.
Boots of
It was.
Quell for Lass. Not exactly an item.
Oh, wow. Boots to quell the loss.
I don't even think I want it.
No?
Ah, I can't really benefit from it enough.
What does that translate into? 3 armor?
Yeah. I think I'd almost rather have the Circuit of Nobility
I hear you.
as a Death Knight. It's you could go either way, but Circuit of Nobility is more health and it's more mana for spells.
This is more like it.
Whoa.
No one would have
Agility does nothing for my hero apart from armor.
Frostborn hungers.
So, the only thing you get from agility, it's not even attack speed, it's just armor.
No one would
Oh yeah, I mean you get 12% extra attack speed, so it's I guess it's alright in that sense, but it's either 2 of each stat or 6 of agility, which is the one stat that I benefit the least from.
Gotcha. You're right.
Well, there's
spread
Claws
it
of
out
Attack
a
plus
little bit
3. Oh yeah. So good.
at last.
Ah,
Goddamn right.
I used Death Pact for the first time.
Your pain shall be lifted.
You don't think I was supposed to res
and
the
Witty
zombie
gets
master?
flanked. This could be the end, ladies and gentlemen.
Someone's wondering if I should have. I used the reanimation rod that I have, and it reanimated a zombie that was in the skull bones. So they're wondering if I was supposed to do that or not, or whether there's supposed to be an event, essentially, where a zombie comes out. I don't think it matters now. That's too late.
No, they mention a few times when we come across the corpses. I think Arthas says this will be very useful for us. We can resurrect the bodies.
Ah.
Speak, fool.
Shalash.
Probably where that was.
Huam.
Well,
Are
you
you
know
doing
it.
Huam? Attack again there. Ah. Yeah, it is.
Am I doing what?
Orb of Huam. But it's Orb of Venom.
What is it now?
Sounds like the Orb of Corruption.
Tread lightly.
Oh, I didn't even.
No
I
one
see.
orders me.
Don't worry. It's just
Where
a
do we
little
leave the
thing
boots
picking
of
up
Quill? I think I'll pick them up just for fun.
on. If you really have to have them.
I have a ring of protection +2. I can at least drop that.
I can. I got like spare inventory, but I don't. It's not doing much. I don't think it counts to my hero. Let's see actually. If I move that to there, I lose the stats. So yeah, it's not really doing anything.
Speak.
Spare inventory. Yes.
Do I get another
Alright,
zombie?
At last.
Abomination.
No one orders me around.
I'd say this map
Jesus.
is pretty explored at this point.
Witty, I'm gonna do a thing that's gonna sound super weird, but hold on one second. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Witty and I just finished the crap out of this first map, and I didn't record it at all. So what we're gonna do is this is gonna go at the start of my second video, and I will encourage you to please go watch Witty's channel, www.youtube/WTiiWarcraft. You'll see episode 1, and then come back here for episode 2 and watch the rest of it. All right, Witty, if you want to say hello to everyone I've robbed of in
Hello.
episode 1, please do.
This is more like
Oh, it happens.
Frostmourne hunger.
Are you streaming at the moment or?
Yeah, I'm streaming. I can probably snag the
What is
the
it?
stream, but either way, I'll
snag
explain
the stream. You should be
the difference in quality.
recording privately anyway with the stream as well, don't you? Like record.
Oh no, I should
You
always
can
be
do
using
that.
OBS,
You can
but I feel as
record.
though it...
Depends if your computer can handle it, but it should be able to. My old computer did. It's just it records a private file, but it also streams live as well. So I just use the private file later on for editing.
At last.
I think it's entirely possible that if I have
No one
shadow
orders
play as well as streaming as well as recording.
Shadow
going-
play.
At last.
You shadow play.
Oh right. Well, you won't have a private file on that one, I don't think.
No. No. Oh, also, something I got introduced to this week that I didn't ever know about was Jiminy Glick.
Tread lightly.
Jiminy Glick.
What is it now?
Jiminy
Yeah.
Chillicus.
Frostmourne hungers.
I knew, it's weird, I knew that actor Martin Short, or that's
We
not
have
Martin
no time
Short,
for this. We must find our way out quickly.
but from an old like Merlin TV series that he was in.
Hmm.
You have
It's like a
my thanks.
BBC TV series.
Yes, I thought I wasn't sure because it's BBC, but yeah, they made a Merlin series. I think it went on a few seasons. I remember that. I quite liked it. It was pretty cheesy though, mostly for kids.
Oh, this would be like a really old one. It was like a 2 or 3 part TV miniseries. You know, an hour and a half each. It was
Right.
really weird, but he played this like attendant to an old god, and he had this habit of just he would spin around and put on a new face or a new outfit, and he'd be like, "Oh, hello!" And I finally saw him in the Jiminy Glick role, and I just thought he likes doing weird voices and characters.
You sure it
That's
wasn't
who
a
this
Monty
guy-
Python episode?
Oh, I wish. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for part 2 and go watch part 1 on Witty's channel. We'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, guys. See you guys next time. Hey, Witty here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to my channel for Warcraft free content every day. Just click the bell icon next to the subscribe button to be notified of the latest Warcraft free news. You can check out even more at WTiiWarcraft.com to stay in the loop. There's blogs, topics on interacting with me and others at my Twitch, forums, and more. Don't forget to follow me at WTiiWarcraft on Twitter to get all the latest. And come watch me live almost every day at twitch.tv/witty. If you'd like to go that extra mile and support this channel and everything I do, then you are welcome to join me and become a Patreon at patreon.com/WTiiWarcraft. Thank you so much and take care. Bye bye.